Eastern Oregon is one of the few places left on Earth where you feel you've stepped into an old Louis L'Amour novel, with arid valleys, cathedral palisades, and cattle ranches reaching across thousands of acres. But it's here that green power is making its next move. Ranchers and wheat farmers looking to diversify their income have signed contracts with wind companies to explore their lands for potential wind farm sites.
I'm here in Central Oregon in a very rural community. In fact, I'm standing on a cattle ranch that is seriously looking at some alternative forms of income. I'm joined today by Phil from Wilson Ranch. He's the owner. This ranch has been in his family now for 5 generations. Phil, what made you start looking at alternative?
Primarily it was economics that are driving us more towards green energy.
What's the process that you've had to go through? Were you contacted by a company or did you go looking for a company?
Initially, you know, as far as the wind power deal, we were contacted. They have one wind farm that they've developed up close to the Columbia River.
This seems to be spreading in this area. What's the reason behind it? Is it the climate? Is it?
Well, primarily because we have good wind. They have to have 16-mile-an-hour average wind 30% of the time to make those turbines economical. You know, we're in that area here.
Are you at all concerned with, you know, you're going to go from this beautiful, pristine setting that we're looking at now to potentially seeing, you know, several hundred of white towers posted all over?
I am concerned about the aesthetics of the area. The areas that are more eye-pleasing, we have kept those out of consideration for wind development.
So you've been able to negotiate quite a lot with the company that's looking at doing the research.
Yeah.
According to Phil, the first step is for the wind company to put up several test towers for 12 to 36 months. If the data is favorable, then the wind company negotiates long-term lease agreements with the ranchers and the wind towers are installed. These leases can be structured in several ways.
It could be set up on a set amount per tower, an annual lease per tower, sell a share of the electricity.
So one way or another, it's not going to affect anything that you're currently doing. It's not going to affect the cattle or the bed and breakfast or the horses. It's just an additional stream of income.
You know, I could see maybe some advantage because it's going to put some shade up on these high ridges for our cows to lay in.
There you go. I'm liking that a lot. He's rigging it. He's thinking ahead. The man is a forward-thinking character. I like that.
Going, my cows, they'll like that shade.
They can wander up there and get out of the sun in the summertime.
Yeah, no, I have a fan going.
Terrific. Phil, Don and I'd love to take a trip up and see where you're about to put these windmills. How do we get up there?
Well, the easiest way to get up there is horseback. And if you'd like to, we can saddle some horses and head up there.
Fantastic. Let's do it.
Okay.
Do you need to get that thing moving a little bit faster, Don?
From the valley to the hills, we travel a little more than 1,100 feet up in elevation across some of the most beautiful country in Eastern Oregon. Near the top, I decide to explore the open country and let Don and Phil have a chance to chat.
Phil, is this the windiest place on the planet?
I think it's got to be close.
Does it ever stop blowing here?
Not to my recollection.
Not ever. So this would be a pretty good place for a wind power station.
I think it would be economical to put a wind tower station here.
Can you give us a good idea of where these things would go? Would you just put them right here on top of the hill? Or?
Yeah, normally they'd site them on top of these ridges, and you know they put them out in a pattern to catch the wind.
So how are they going to get them up here?
Well, they'll have to build roads in here to do it.
They ever drop anything in by helicopter?
To my knowledge, no. I haven't.
Hi!
Oh man,
There he is. What the devil are you two up to?
Late for tea again, as usual.
This is heaven's country up here. This is heaven.
It's just beautiful.
Phil, do they give you any kind of like an estimation, given the amount of land you've got?
Maybe they could put 5 on this ridge top right here where we're at. And then they go to the next ridge top. And so this ridge is across behind us. You know, they could probably site 5 on it. maybe 30 to 40 towers that I could envision.
Wonderful, sounds like a good opportunity.
I think you should have one in your backyard.
I should indeed, sir, but it's hard. It's very hard to do that on a cricket field where I live.
How big are your crickets?
How big are our crickets?